Pittsburgh Steelers, they got Aaron Rodgers, a walking Hall of Famer. He's not at the place where he needs to be at in his career. We know that. But you see what he did. 21 of 30, 235. 21 of 30, 30 passes, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, almost 8 yards in the air. Rating of 115.3. Cleveland Browns drop back with Dillon Gabriel 52 times. 52. That's not a typo. 52 times, no touchdowns. 4.3 average. Sacked 6 times. This right here alone is a fireable offense. The Pittsburgh Steelers came out and showed you the difference between people who know what they're doing and people who don't know anything. You had your quarterback, this is a Hall of Fame quarterback, and they threw it 30 times. You got a rookie quarterback and you threw it 52 times and didn't get no touchdown. 52. And look at Quinshon Judkins, 12 carries. He's your best offensive player. 12 carries for 36 yards, 12 touches. The game went out of hand most of the game. He could tell they only scored 23 points, Kevin. In the microcosm of what they was doing, you get a pass interference on the goal line in the fourth quarter. Pass interference, 1st and 5, 1st and 4 in goal. You get back in shotgun and you throw the ball 4 times. Quinshon Judkins did get 1 touch. No, not 1 touch. Not 1 touch. And they want to tell me Kevin's game is being a 2 tight end set and running the football. They need to run the football. They need to run football. Then you turn around and you got 12 carries, 36 yards. G. Bush, DG deserves his chance because he's great for Stefanski. But Shedeur is great for the city and the Browns overall. Dillon Gabriel is a fine man, but I care about winning. If Gabriel can't win, get him out. But I notice the same attributes in the same conversation that you will say for why Dillon Gabriel deserves a chance is the same thing that they will not refuse to even issue or think about with Shedeur Sanders. At this point, here's how I'm going to take it. I'm just letting everybody know. So just put it out there on the track so we can understand. Ain't no more half-stepping. If you want to come in here and you want to talk about why the Browns is bad, that's your opinion. But we're not going to do none of the spiciness. There will be pushback. I'm going to just let y'all know. Ain't going to be none of that. We're not going to raise our voices. We're not going to be doing no extra. We're not going to be doing that. Because at the end of the day, that's what happens when people don't got legs to stand on. When your argument ain't got nothing to stand on, people want to get all haughty. And what do you think about this? And what about? No. I need you to bring that decibel down to a 5. And we're going to talk and have a conversation real quick. Because at the end of the day, if you want to take these charges, if you want to take these, the hit, you want to take the hit for Kevin, we're going to talk for him. But I refuse to sit up here and have people talk in my face as if this is supposed to be a tenable and why it's my problem, our problem, that we even question this. You ain't no king, and this is not England. Bengals score 18, Flacco 2 touchdowns. This is wild work. It is no longer about what Kevin wants to do. And by the way, ownership and ownership is actively stripping the powers of the Black Panther away. You think Myles Garrett was up there looking like, I'm going to just tell you like this. Let me tell you what it is. Let me just tell you this. This how easy the house of cards fall. And I'm going to give you all an opportunity because it's 2,000. We over 7,000 people in here. I can't believe it. I don't understand it. But that 7,000 people, and the reason they're watching is because it's usually 3,000 or 2,000, but that's the influx of people that's tired of dealing with y'all. They didn't even defected and came over to the dark side. Somebody said, I need a haircut. Throw it in the chat for me. Somebody said, I need a haircut. I needed a trim up. Because I'm going to tell you what, if you the best way, if you were smart, y'all not smart though, pretty soon what's going to happen is people going to start to understand, and they're going to get wind of this. They're going to get wind, and then it's going to be like, what is it easier to find? A new head coach? I mean, come on, guys. Listen, there's head coaches hired and fired every single day. That's the problem that you got when you're dealing with organizations like this. You done found somebody that was half decent a few times, and now you keeping them like we can't lose this guy. Psych. But let me tell you something. And this is foreshadowing. Let me just give you this work, and I'm gonna just let you in on a little secret. Joe Flacco's 25 of 40 with 2 touchdowns. I told you Joe was gonna look all right. Hey, LOL, wish they made Zappy a quarterback too. They wasn't that stupid. That conversation, let me tell you that. They took that out of his hands. That wasn't even his option. But let me tell you how dark this can get. For all those that want to talk about why everybody's safe and why everybody is cool and why they don't think nobody is going to be moved, let me tell you something. There's power in unity. Let me tell you something about unity. Unity is a funny thing. Because the same way you feel like you unified in the front office and y'all could play around and lose these games and still have jobs. Here's how I know how it works in the locker room. By the way, I be knowing. I don't say nothing. I just be knowing. People be pulling up. They pull up. I'm not gonna say no names, but I mean, if God forbid, Denzel Ward, maybe he got concussion symptoms. Lord forbid, Myles Garrett rushing the passer pulls a hamstring. That'd be terrible. When you get bumps and bruises and you have to play through them, what you gonna do? Myles Garrett's contract is guaranteed. You can't cut him and you can't trade him. K Journey, what's up? I see you. You can't cut him. You can't cut or you can't trade Denzel Ward. You know what that cap hit look like? We're not even gonna talk about Deshaun Watson. We're not even gonna talk about how you can move his contract because they ain't moving nowhere neither. If you get one or two defenders that go out these games, and now the front office that already had names like Taylor, Njoku, all the people that don't got no more money on the books, and they talk about they trying to trade them too, you're going to have a bunch of rookies who know they're going to be on the squad and a coach that cannot hold them accountable. Do you know what that looks like? Instead of these games being with Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward busting their butts, and it's 29 or 23-9, these games balloon into 35-3s real quick, real fast. Them little bumps and bruises people work their way through. All of a sudden, them bumps and bruises, the same ones is holding them out of games. Game time decision. And that's where it really gets ugly. Because then in November and December, when the Steelers come back to your building, or Joe Flacco is still coming back as the Cincinnati Bengals, coach, you're going to have a bunch of orange sheets or terrible towels or Josh Allen and the Bills Mafia that swarm your whole stadium. And them same folks that you was disrespecting earlier in the year, talking about what we trying to do for 2029, they won't be there. They will be at the house, cutting grass, getting ready to wrap some Christmas presents or eating Thanksgiving dinner. They not worried about you. And they going to come to your stadium and you have a bunch of rookies playing and you going to be looking crazy. That is how coaches don't end up finishing out the season. So for all that you want to talk, you better take heed. I'm just giving you a little heads up because it can go that route. All that ain't no analytic spreadsheet can save you from that. I'm just letting you know. I know people in the organization. Well, I know them too. And they actually play. Say what? Boy, let's get to these chats. Let's see what y'all want to talk about. I'll probably, let's get them. Man, let's get to these members. HNT63, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. We appreciate all y'all. 7,137 people. I think there might be a record. Hey, moderator, is that a record? Is that a record? 7,000 people? Is that a record? Okay, so she said it's a record, so thank you, guys. RJ, the GB, the Dell computer is malfunctioning. Cannot compute, do not compute. Ball thrown high over the middle. My goodness, I put another receiver in the hospital. Oh, I'm just playing. Sanders fan, but will it matter? The coach won't let him throw the ball downfield. No receiver that can catch. Boring offensive calls just that. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I'm a Shador fan. I told you I've been one. I'm going to tell you what. If he come out here and put points on the board and they start catching this football, he got the glow. He is Bruce Leroy. He is him. If he can, because right now I don't have faith. I told you, I don't know if Josh Allen could look good in this offense. Because even when Dillon Gabriel was doing some things, he hit Jerry Jeudy in the mouth 3 times. Ball dropped off his face. My man Harold Fenn, he dropped the ball. David Njoku dropped a couple. I know he was throwing some balls over the middle where it was like it was in some traffic. But when he was putting it on them, they was putting it on the turf. I can't fault him on that. And let's talk about the rudimentary play. But by the way, he won't let him throw downfield. He's just not good at creating concepts. He's not good at creating releases, out combinations, spacing. He's not good at any of that. Being an offensive coordinator is about creativity.